Hello everyone, we are back again with our next episode of Coffee with SKB. This is for our YouTube channel Hospitality Updates by Sangeeta Kavita Bahuguna. And today our guest is Mr. Sharad Upadhyay. He's sitting with us. He's a general manager with Crowne Plaza, Greater Noida. And over to Mr. Sharad. We just want to have a little chit chat with you. And to start with, I think just give us a brief about your journey so far, how you started, and what was the reason you got into the hospitality industry.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for coming over. After I did my schooling from Chhatarpur, CSK Public School, I did my hotel management from IHM Mumbai. That was way back in 1995, 1998. After passing out, I worked in 4 different countries. I started China, Nepal, Thailand, and India. Started my initial training as a HOMT. Starting with in food and beverage, moved into sales, came back into operations. This is my I think 22nd, 24th year. Already I don't feel that old though. It's been a journey I've thoroughly enjoyed the last 22, 24 years, working in different cultures, working in different locations. But I've been steady with the same brand, IHG, Intercontinental Hotels Group.
For almost about.
So for 22 years I've been with the same company.
Okay, same.
Prior to that I was with the Hyatt, and initially started with Radisson as well.
Yeah. So which Hyatt you were with?
I was with the Hyatt Regency Kathmandu.
Okay, that's also a beautiful.
We were part of the pre-opening team, and that's when you started talking about Hyatt. How I remembered a couple of names. Yes.
That was nice. Okay. So, and what motivated you to join the industry? It was just out of passion, or is somebody from your?
It was a coincidence. My maternal grandfather was the Pro Vice Chancellor at the National Museum Institute in Denver. So I was, for some reason I was staying at his house, and then.
Like we give so much of importance to our home guests also, and it is called that Atithi Devo Bhava.
Absolutely.
So artificial intelligence would be there to some extent to help us in technology, but that human touch, human face has to be there. It cannot be totally avoided.
Absolutely. While the technology can help you do things faster and more efficient way, but I think what it lacks is the conscience, right? It does not have the ability to empathize, to feel, and show that genuine caring nature.
Because I had seen a video of some foreign hotel where it is totally on AI, because from the time the person checks in, he doesn't have to meet anybody at the front end. He'll just with the mobile check in, and everything is practically done, and he is just walking into his room. So there is not a single person greeting or escorting. Here the people are supposed to be escorted with the guest now. So in India the concept would not be 100% AI.
I think our culture and our hospitality is very warm. It's very personal. Right? We take each guest individually as he or she is, and I think we pay a lot of respect in terms of making that person feel at home. Yeah.
And what I wanted to know is you must have been facing some challenges now in terms of staffing or the skilled workers. How do you cope up with the demands of the hotel? It is a big hotel, but I think what is the strength of the staff?
We have about 450 colleagues. That's a huge number. And you're right. I think you're dealing with millennials and the generation after that. As a company, you have to be very, very adaptive. I think end of the day, a person decides to stick with you as long as he or she feels a part of the whole, right? If you take them as just a piece of labor, or if you take them only as an employee who gets his salary end of the month, I don't think that transactional relationship is going to work. So at IAG and at Crowne Plaza Greater Noida, we focus a lot on employee engagement. We value whatever they do, but we also make sure that they also feel a part of the whole, right? So the designations are there to get the things done, but in a sense we're all one, right? So we don't get that discrimination set in. People feel they are free to do a lot of things. A lot of creativity comes in. We have a lot of activities and rituals right from the day you are hired, even to the day when you resign. We also make a ceremony when you're leaving. So for example, if somebody is hired for a role, the department head would give a call before that person even joins, saying that we look forward to welcoming you on this. My name is this is my number, right? On the day you will be handed over a kit with your name badge. You'll be taken around the hotel
Feel the person.
to feel the person, absolutely. And we follow very, very consistent and a continuous learning that happens. So everyone feels energized, enriched. So it's all about understanding. It's not a employee who is joining you. It's a part of your
Part
family.
of the family, yeah. It's the way you treat the people. I think they
Absolutely,
that's
and
how
that's
they
what our
abide,
guest
yes.
experience.
And I feel that in our times when we had joined 4 decades back, it was very very tough because
Very
the
tough.
discipline was so much that we were
True.
scared of entering the general manager's office.
True.
Now it is very different. Now
True.
GMs are all very
Yeah,
young
yeah,
and
yeah.
they are easily approachable. That's
True,
what I
true,
feel.
true.
And hotels have started doing a lot of activities to keep the employees with a great bonding. So I'm
Absolutely.
sure you also must be doing
Yeah.
some kind of
So
activities for.
if I take you to our heart of the house, we don't call it back of the house, we call it heart of the house. You will see that it's as good as our guest areas,
Okay.
right? Our staff dining rooms, our bunkers, our changing rooms, our locker
They look
rooms,
much.
spick and span, nice, clean, hygienic. Because I think that's the standard that we set for our guests as well.
Right.
So if you treat them differently in the back doors, for them that becomes the standard. And then we have a lot of rituals that happen on a weekly basis. We have something called a winning ways Wednesdays. So where we have, I go to the cafeteria myself at 4 o'clock every Wednesday, and we hand out thank you notes to the colleagues who've done a great job. We also celebrate things like birthdays. If somebody is blessed with a baby at home, we celebrate that as well. We have a lot
So
of
that family kind of feeling is
correct. And we have different level of escalation of their grievances if they have. We tell them, we show them, and they have all the access to a GM's office as well. They can come to me anytime and talk about anything. Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of institutes you are in touch with? All the top level HM institutes that
So,
you hire people from?
We do have technical relationship with a few which we call IG academies. But then we have literally people from north, south, east, west.
Okay.
Yes, we because I think that's our responsibility as a hotel, as an industry, to provide a platform
Right.
to our new colleagues, the future leaders of the industry. Yeah.
And then I think training in between must be.
It's a continuous process. So while there are some mandatory trainings, we also have self-paced training. We have departmental trainers. So every 20 employees in the hotel has one departmental trainer. These departmental trainers are properly trained in a global format. So there is a continuous training and the audit that happens on a daily basis. We've got a dedicated learning and quality manager. She drives the training, but it's literally every department head, everyone. So training is the backbone, I think. Yeah.
And you said you have joined just before COVID or after?
I joined in 2022,
22.
January.
So after the COVID. No?
After the
So
COVID,
before COVID, you were at
I was with the same company in Bombay.
in Bombay.
So I spent the entire COVID period in Bombay.
But then suddenly business has really boomed after the COVID.
Yes.
And all the hotels are doing pretty good.
Yes.
So what is your percentage of people coming in here? It is majorly the corporates or?
It's mostly we are a large business hotel, and since we have the infrastructure to host the larger groups and conventions. We also host large format global conventions. We are about 15 minutes away from the India Expo Mart, which is one of the biggest in the country. So we get a lot of, we provide a lot of service to IEML. 70% of our guests are predominantly corporates. And
then I'm sure you must be getting a lot of MICE and wedding businesses also.
Oh, massive. I think yes. We have 51,000 square feet of banqueting.
That's huge.
Large spread out lawns, ranging from 10,000 to 20,000 square feet of lawns. So we do some very large weddings, residential weddings, large conventions. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, and what advice now, since we have almost come to an end, what advice you would like to give to the youngsters who are joining the industry? It is the passion you have to follow, or from your end?
I think just like any other trade, it's you'll have to put your heart into it.
Hard work, of course, has to be
There is no alternative to hard work.
That's true.
But this is one industry that has global reach. So if you're able to do a good job in one hotel in India, you literally can do the same thing in Manhattan or in Tokyo, because in a sense we do the same thing. It's industry that is always increasing and always in demand.
Yes.
Right, even during COVID, the hotels were in need. Right, even during war or in peace, I think hotels are always in need.
But I think one most important thing is the passion. If you have the passion for it, and it has to be from within.
If you want to be number one, if you want to have a global career, if you want to set yourself there, I think you have to be driven by passion. Yeah.
That's very good. And I think our coffee is getting cold.
Absolutely.
To coffee. And thank you so much. It was a nice session with
Pleasure
you.
talking to you.
We will definitely be in touch with you again for this.
Thank you
so much.
Pleasure.